All right, let's just jump right in. The entire professional world has, well, it's completely changed. The new currency isn't that piece of paper from college anymore. It's all about specialized, provable AI skills. What the market is screaming for are people who can create value with AI today. And honestly, the fastest way to prove you're one of those people is with the right certification.
Yeah, that's a direct quote from one of our sources, and wow. It kind of hits you in the gut, right? Because it's true. The game has totally changed. Just coasting on your old credentials, that's a losing strategy in this new AI era. So the real question is, what's the winning strategy? And look, this isn't just a feeling people have. This is backed by some serious data. A recent Deloitte report on the state of AI found that business leaders see the lack of skilled workers as their number one problem. It's the biggest thing holding them back. Companies are literally ready to throw money at this, but they just can't find the right people. Now, that's a problem for sure, but for you, it's a massive, massive opportunity.
So, yeah, consider this your wake up call. The answer isn't going back to school for another 4 years. No way. It's about a smart, fast, strategic upskilling journey for the job market we have right now.
So here's a simple game plan that we're going to use to frame up three different career paths. First, you've got to get specific. Don't just say, I want to work in AI. Aim for a real role, like AI project manager or machine learning engineer. Then you do your homework. Figure out what that job actually requires. Take a look at what you already know. Find some short, focused courses to fill in those gaps. And this is the most important part, build something. Build a project to prove you can actually do the work. Okay, first up, let's talk about path number one, the AI strategist. For this role, you're not the one writing the code, you're the one guiding the ship. This path is perfect for leaders, for managers, for people who need to bridge that huge, expensive gap between what the execs want and what the tech teams are actually building. For this path, your starting point is all about becoming fluent in AI. And there's literally no better place to start than AI for Everyone. It was created by Andrew Ng, who's basically a legend in this field. This course isn't about learning to code, it's about learning to understand.
What makes this certification so powerful is what it focuses on. It teaches you the language of AI, you'll learn what machine learning and data science actually mean, but more importantly, it trains your brain to spot opportunities where AI could make a real difference in your own company. And the best part? It only takes about 7 hours. It is the fastest way to get fluent in the AI conversation that's happening at your work.
So, does knowing this stuff actually pay? Oh, you better believe it. Now, this cert won't turn you into an engineer overnight, but it absolutely supercharges your ability to lead. An AI-savvy product manager can pull in salaries over $182,000. Why? Because they solve a huge translation problem for companies, making sure what leadership wants is actually what the engineers end up building. Ready to level up from there? The next logical step for a strategist is to specialize in the hottest part of AI right now, generative AI. And Google Cloud has a certification designed for exactly that, called the Generative AI Leader Cert. This one is really aimed at senior leadership. It goes way beyond just definitions and gets right into how to apply this stuff. It teaches you how to use Google's own Gen AI tools to literally transform a business. In about 8 hours, you'll learn the high-level strategies for rolling out Gen AI and how to effectively lead the technical teams who are going to build it. And the payoff for being the person in the room who gets generative AI, it's massive. We're seeing roles like head of AI with salaries from $180,000 all the way up to over $360,000. And the reason is simple. Companies are scrambling to figure out their AI strategy, and this certification basically gives you the playbook. Okay, let's switch gears. Now we're talking about our second type of person, the builder. This path is for all you technical folks out there who want to stop just talking about AI and actually start building the models. If you want to be a builder, one of the most direct routes you can take is the IBM AI Engineering Professional Certificate. This is not theory. This is a tough, hands-on program where you'll be in there, writing Python code, building deep learning models and neural networks pretty much from scratch. I mean, just look at this comparison. It really lays out the new reality of education, doesn't it? A university master's degree teaching this exact same stuff would take you 2 years and cost you tens of thousands of dollars. This certification, you can get it done in about 4 months, and it costs less than $200. The return on investment it's just almost unbelievable. So what's the return on that tiny little investment of time and money? Well, how about a median entry-level salary of around $160,000? IBM specifically designed the certificate to make you job ready from day one, and it is, without a doubt, one of the fastest ways to a six-figure engineering job today. And here's the critical part. These skills deliver real, measurable results for a business. Research shows that companies with strong machine learning talent see things like a 42% jump in how accurate their models are. They cut down the time it takes to deploy them by almost half, and see a 67% improvement in their decision-making. This is why companies are willing to pay top dollar for these skills. All right, our final path, path number 3, the architect. Everybody's talking about the AI models, but who builds the powerful systems that they actually run on? If the builder designs the car engine, the architect designs the entire factory and the assembly line. This path is for the infrastructure and cloud wizards. Now this is a hidden gem that very few people are talking about yet. NVIDIA is the undisputed king of AI hardware, right? This certification teaches you how to manage the giant data centers and clusters of GPUs that power the entire AI revolution. And trust me, that is a massive bottleneck for almost every company out there. And because these AI infrastructure engineers are in such short supply, the salaries are just skyrocketing. We're talking ranges from $140,000 to over $300,000 a year. It's a super specialized field with huge demand and way less competition than, say, software engineering. Of course, you can't build AI for a big company without the cloud. So the real power move is combining that hardware knowledge with a cloud certification from AWS or Google. An AWS solutions architect who also gets AI becomes an AI cloud architect, earning upwards of $180,000. Same story with Google. A Google certified ML engineer is a job title that recruiters are actively hunting for, with salaries pushing $200,000. These are the people who make sure the fancy models actually work at a massive scale. So, okay, let's take a breath. We've covered the strategist, the builder, and the architect. 3 really different paths, but each one has a clear certification roadmap and a pretty sweet financial payoff at the end. So now, let's talk about your next move. I know. It can feel like a lot, but the key is to not get overwhelmed and try to do everything at once. You just need to pick the one path that lines up with where you want to be in, say, the next 6 months. Let's just make it super simple. If you're on the business side or in leadership, your first step is AI for everyone. Just start there and build your fluency. If you're the type who wants to get your hands dirty and actually build the models, then commit to either the IBM AI Engineering or the Google ML Engineer certificate. And if you're fascinated by the hardware, the infrastructure, or the stuff that makes it all run, then your first step is a certification from NVIDIA or AWS. Simple as that. Look, the AI revolution isn't some far-off thing that's coming soon. It's already here. Companies are hiring for these roles right now, as we speak. So the only question left really is, are you going to sit on the sidelines and watch it all happen, or are you going to get certified and get paid?